Hello and welcome to the short Vort for 5775, the Yomim Noraim, and for Haazinu. We're going to start with the Yomim Noraim, Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, and then we'll say something on Parshas Haazinu. So Rav Yaakov Kaminetsky says that the Bnei Yisrael are fortunate. That how do they become pure? They become pure through HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That Hashem is the Mikvah of the Bnei Yisrael. Ma Mikvah Metaris Atmeim, just like the ritual bath purifies those who are impure. Af HaKadosh Baruch Hu, also the Holy One blesses He, Metaher Es Yisrael. He purifies the Jews. So, besides the basic concept of purification from impurity, how is this the same between the purification that Hashem gives us through Teshuva and a general purification for a man or for a woman as need be through a mikvah? So the Ksav gives three different explanations on this. It says, just like a mikvah for a man or a woman is metame, the impurity, the nida, as long as they dip into the mikvah before evening, then they are tahar that evening. So also tshuva, just as long as we do the proper tshuva between Rosh Hashanah, between Yom Kippur, that as long as we get it in, even if we've waited all year long, we waited past Elul, we waited until the final seconds, we can still get in as long as we make the cutoff. Also, second reason, he says that in mikvah, once it has the required amounts, 40 sa, then a person, if he goes into it, he becomes tahar. But he has to enter the mikvah. He can't say, oh, I see it over there a few feet away. That's not enough. He's got to go in. He's got to take the same step. It's not enough to stay at the distance. He's got to go in. So also by Teshuva, man has to take the first step. It says, Shuv elayva, shuv alecha. Return to me. You take the first step, and then I, Hashem, will return to you. Pischu li pesach, kechuta shamatchat. Open up a little, like a pinhole, and I'll open up the grand hall for you. The first step must be taken by us to do teshuva, and it must be done with intent. And that is the third thing, that the mikvah only works that when you intentionally go in to become purified. If you fall into mikvah unintentionally, you're not tahar, even if you were tameh. Doesn't matter. Also tshuva, when you go into Yom Kippur, you've got to want to have the Yom Tov of Yom Kippur be mechaper for you. If you don't have the intent to have kapara, if you don't have the intent for forgiveness, then it's not going to help you by itself. So we have those things that, one, you've got to do it. As long as you do it in time, you've got to do it, you've got to take the first step, and you have to do it with the proper intention in order to get your teshuva. In Parshas Haazinu, in Chamishi, in Perek Lamed Beis, Pasuk Lamed Vav, the Pasuk says, Yadin Hashem Amo, when Hashem has judged His people, and concludes, Ve'efes atzur ve'ezom, that none is saved or assisted. The Gemara in Sanhedrin Tav Sadi Gimel Amud Aleph says that we learn from this Pasuk that Mashiach ben David will not come until the people give up or miyayish from the coming of Mashiach, of the Geulah. Rav Yaakov Kaminetsky in Emes the Yaakov asks, how could this be? How could we say that Mashiach won't come until the Bnei Yisrael give up hope from being saved? That's one of the Yud Gimli Karim. That's one of our core beliefs, that we believe B'vias HaMashiach, we believe in the coming of the Messiah, Aval Pisha Yismamea, even though it is delayed. So we believe that. So how could it be that we're saying that Mashiach ben David will not come until the people give up hope? So there's a number of answers, but I'm going to focus on Rav Yaakov's answers. And he explains that this yish is a giving up, not that Mashiach's going to come, but a giving up that Mashiach will come in a natural way, in a way that they think that the Gentiles will have pity on us, will give us permission to build the Beis Hamikdash. And if you think that's going to happen, that they'll let us build a Beis Hamikdash on the Temple Mount, I don't think there's anyone who really believes in that. So what does it mean? It only has to be that when we've completely given up in relying on the Goyim, then we will turn to Hashem, and Hashem will come, and Hashem will bring us the Geulah. And we see an example that's already in the first Geulah, the Geulah of Mitzrayim. that Moshe Rabbeinu was asked by Hashem to go to Paro to ask for permission, say, hey, can we go out? And the Bnei Yisrael would have liked to have relied on this in a natural way, that they'll let us go after all this work we've done for them. Instead, Paro declines, and then Bnei Yisrael realize the message that Hashem is giving them, that we have to believe only in Hashem. And therefore, once the Paro declined, that's when the Geulah started, right then, that Hashem started the process of taking them out. So we have to remember that it's all in Hashem's going to take us out, and He will, b'mheira b'yameinu, bring us the Geulah Shalema. Thank you for listening. Have a Shana Tova, a Shana of Bracha, a Shana of Simcha.